At the beginning of the film, we sees two nuns of the church, Sister Paxton and Sister Barnes. They had to bring new members for the church. The people who accepted their offer, they were going to go to their house, and give them an invitation to the church. On the way, these two sisters meet some girls who bully Sister Paxton, and Sister Paxton starts crying in pain. Seeing this, Sister Barnes tells her that, you have to strengthen yourself. Nothing will happen by crying like this in life. Anyway, while talking, they had reached their destination. On the way, it started raining and they were both drenched. These people had come to Mr. Reed's house. He had to ask them some questions about religion. Mr. Reed calls them inside the house, but Barnes says, no, we can't come inside. There is a rule in our church that, if there is no lady in the house, then we don't come inside the house. Then Mr. Reed said, I have a wife, and she is making blueberry pies in the kitchen. They also smelled blueberries from the house, so, agreeing to him, they both went inside the house. They parked their cycles outside. After reaching inside home, they took off their wet coat, and gave it to Mr. Reed and sat there. Mr. Reed told them that his wife would come to meet in a while. Don't worry. Here Mr. Reed asks them about their old life. They tells that they both grew up in the church. Mr. Reed asks them, do you believe in God? They both said yes. He now shows them the Book of Mormon, which was written by Joseph Smith. According to him, he did not believe in any religion before, but when he was in trouble, an angel came to help him. After that, he believed in religion and God. Mr. Reed asks them, do you think Joseph Smith's words are true? To which they both say, yes, this is absolutely true. He now asks another question, do you believe in another life after death? To which they both said yes. Sister Paxton says, when I die, I will sit on the fingers of my loved ones like a butterfly, and I will tell them that I am with them even after death. Then he asks them, is it okay for a man to marry more? Paxton immediately says, it is not okay in my opinion. Then, he asks her, why? Your church members follow this rule. Then Sister Barnes says, yes, because our church members want to increase their membership, and the more members of a family, the more church members will grow. That's why they kept this rule. On which the man said, no, it was not like that. I tell you, Joseph married more for his entertainment, and following him, these people started getting married more, and gave the name of religion to all of them. Hearing this, both sisters were very surprised. This man had more knowledge than them. Then he told them that I had read a lot about religions, and my conclusion so far is that the more you read about religion, you will feel that you know less about it. After this, he gets up and goes to the room from the lounge, and says that if you want to meet my wife, then come inside. These people were feeling something wrong. It was completely dark inside. Here, as soon as Paxton turned the candle, it was a blueberry fragrance candle. And with this, these people found out that the man was lying. His wife was not at his house. After feeling something wrong, these people pretend to call the church. But this man was not an amateur player. He tells them that the walls of his house are made of metal, because of which no signal comes inside, and the sounds here also do not go out. When they realize that they are trapped here, then Sister Barnes said that we should talk to that man, maybe he will let us go from here. These people went ahead and followed him to a room. This room was made exactly like a church. As soon as they came, they told that man that, we have to go to the church. Please let us go. Reed replied that I did not imprison you here. The front door will open in the morning, because there is a timer on it. If you want, you can use both the back doors to get out of here. But back door was going through the basement. They did not feel better to go, and when they opened the second door, it was also going out of the basement, and now they felt that this man had deliberately trapped them here. The scene is cut and we are shown to the father, who was very worried that the sisters had not returned yet, and they go out to find them. Here sisters did not ask man to go out, because they knew that this man would not let them go out of here. That man normally starts talking to them, and shows them a game called Monopoly and Patron, which had the same way of playing but their names were different. Here Barnes was shown a letter opener, which she picked up and hid it with her to use in difficult time. Now this man started talking and said, look, all these games are the same, the way they play is also the same, still, people buy them and play with great joy. After this, he puts the holy books of 3 religions on the table in front of him, and he tells them that I have read these 3, the same things are written in these 3, which meant that only one religion is right, and the other religions have copied the previous religion. He also tells them that your church is also fake. I don't know who has copied whom. Listening to him, Sister Barnes puts her hand in her coat, There were no keys to her cycle in her coat, which was jingling in Paxton's pocket. They realized that this man had trapped them with a plan there. He must have done something to their bikes as well, that's why now Paxton has the keys now. After understanding his trap and listening to his lecture, she tells him, "Whatever you say, I still believe in my God and religion." Hearing her, Mr. Reed writes, "Belief and disbelief," in 2 doors there, and tells them, "If you believe in God, then go from the door of belief. I will also see whether God will show you the right path or not." Now, believing God, they go from the door of belief. It was too dark there. They turned on the mobile light, and they saw a table and chair and also a window far away, that was sealed with wood. They tried to break the seal with a chair, but they can't break more than a wood. Sister Barnes gives the letter opener to Paxton, which she took from the man's room. She tells Paxton that I will engage this man in my words, when I say some special verses, attack that man immediately. After that, we'll escape from here. While they were discussing this, a woman, wrapped in a shawl sits near them. She had a poison pie in her hands. She sits down and starts reading some verses. Reed tells them that this woman is a prophet, and she will die after eating the poisonous pie. After that, this woman will tell you what she saw in the afterlife. It was an unbelievable thing, but they really stayed there. Sister Barnes saw that Reed had made a model of his house. He was keeping the girls wherever he wanted in the model, as if the girls were his puppets. When he was busy in his work, she tried to go from the other door of disbelief, so that she can go out from there, but she saw that both doors were passing from the same basement. Coming to the door in disbelief, she saw a matchstick from that she can light up the fire. When she tried to take it, she could not get it. She immediately went to her own door. Coming here she saw, the woman whom he called a prophet, died after eating the poisonous pie. As soon as she died, Reeds asked them to check her pulse if she died. When they checked, the women really died. After that, Reed tells them that now, this woman will wake up, and will tell you what she saw in the afterlife. He was talking about it, and their doorbell rings. Both of them know that the father must have come to find them, but Reed lied that there is no one in my house right now, as there were no bicycles there, so the father went after believing his words. On the other side, they brought the matchstick from Reed's room. They wanted to give a signal by the help of matchstick to the father, that they're trapped here, but the father went from there before this. Meanwhile, that woman restores her life whom they called a prophet. As soon as she was alive, she told them that she saw a cloud after her death that was not heaven, and she also said that nothing is real. Then Reed came there and took her. Barnes was not ready to believe this all. She asked Reed how he did this. Barnes was completely confused there. She said maybe it was her near-death experience. Because I had a near-death experience in my childhood. When I was about to die, I hallucinated these things. Then God gave me a new life. Saying this, Sister Barnes was distracting Reed. While talking, she said that verse, whom Paxton has to kill Reed. But before Paxton could kill him, Reed takes a knife and stabs Sister Barnes's neck. Seeing this, Paxton gets scared. She said what you did, and Reed said that, this girl will wake up in some time like the prophet women. But this doesn't happen. And seeing this, Reed checked Barnes and said, she is not real, she is a stimulation. He takes out a chip from her injured hand, and tells her this is her chip, and Paxton says, this is not a chip but an implantation for birth control, and I know how you did this all. The woman whom you told a prophet, died actually, but the first, dead, and the other woman were changed. I noticed that their positions were also changed. It was done when we went upstairs to take the matchsticks. It was all your controlled plan. I know there is a secret door in the basement, in which the first woman must be dead. Reed begins to laugh and says, how will you prove this all? Paxton says that I will find that secret passage. He begins to laugh and says that there is no secret passage, but Paxton searched it and she got it. Surprisingly, her theory was right. The dead body of the woman was there in the basement. She returned and told Reed, I said this was all your controlled plan. Hearing her, Reed, instead of being upset, was happy. Actually, Reed wanted Paxton to understand this all what he did. Now, she sees a room in secret passage, where her cycle lock was used. She used her cycle key to open it. There were many women inside, who were imprisoned. Reed came to her and asked, did you get which one is the real religion? In response, she begins to tell a long story. There is a pain in her voice. She began to speak and said that it was all planned. You have started planning since we're here. You took our coats from our hands and took the keys of our cycles. You kept our cycles inside and started doing whatever you wanted. This was all in your control. it means you wanted to prove that the real religion is controlled, according to you. The religion we follow is controlling our minds. Hearing this, Reed was happy that Paxton understood everything. He said, yes, all the religions control, and suddenly Paxton takes out the letter opener that Sister Barnes gave her, and stabbed Reed in his neck. Killing him, she rushed upstairs, towards the room where Reed has made the model of the house. She begins to find a way to go out after seeing it. As soon as she goes to the door, she sees that all the doors are interlinked to each other. This house is made like a maze. She understands that she can't go out of this house. She was worried about this, and the injured Reed came to her and stabbed her body. This time Paxton was about to die. Reed told her that you believe in God, He will listen to you, pray for us. Paxton prays, and when Reed is going to kill Paxton, we see Sister Barnes comes trembling here. She holds a piece of wood, stabs it in Reed's neck and kills him. Paxton was happy that now Reed had died, and her companion was with her. But after a while, Sister Barnes died. Seeing this, Paxton was quite sad. Paxton again went upstairs, and she saw the model of Reed's house, and found the window to go out of here. Finally, she got free from there, and after that a butterfly came and sat on her hand. Like this is Sister Barnes's soul, who wanted to tell her that she would stay with her always. Seeing this, she became happy, and began to believe in the afterlife. As soon as she realized this, the butterfly went missing. With this, movie ends up there. Thanks for watching.